Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. My name is Mr.Adebanjo. In this video we are going to be solving the Lagos State Public Secondary School examination for second term 2024 for SS1 Mathematics, both objective and theory. So we are going to be solving the second term examination for 2024 for Lagos State public secondary school examination for SS1 students, and we're going to be solving the mathematics question, both objectives and the theory. In our previous video we have solved the same the second term examination for SS2 students, general mathematics as well. So, and in that video I promised that we are going to be solving the SS1 questions as well. So in our next video we are going to be treating both the further mathematics question for SS2 and SS1 as well in our next video. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, you may not see the video when we post the video online. So that means if you are here to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscribe button on the channel right now, so that you will be notified whenever we post information on this channel. And also please share this video, like it, and comment in the comment section of this video, so that will help us improve on our next video. So like I said in that we're going to be solving both the theory and the objective or question for the SS1 general mathematics of second term examination 2024. So the first part we are going to be solving is the objective part, and the first question there is what you are seeing on the screen right now, that says that one of the factors of mn minus ng minus n squared plus mg is n minus n. We have to find the other factor. So we are given this quadratic expression, and we have to find, you are having a factor already. You have to find the second factor of this quadratic expression. So we can see that they have helped the student to make the expression in 4 terms, 1 2 3 4. So you can easily factorize this quadratic expression. You can factorize it by rearranging first. So I can collect the like times or rearrange. I have mn then plus mg minus ng minus n squared. So I can factorize this and then factorize this as well. So if you factorize this, m is common, so you'll be having m into n plus g, and then minus n is common here, so we'll be having minus n into g plus n. So we know that the two brackets are meant to be equal or the same thing, so they are already equal. You can just rearrange it so that they look like this. So that should give us m into n plus g minus n into n plus g. So now that this will come with this, so we'll be having m minus n, which is the first factor here, and you have pick one of the bracket that give us n plus g. So if this is the first factor given, that means this is the second factor, n plus g. So that make option C the right answer for question number 1. Question number 2 is from the polygon, and that is a plane geometry. So the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 1080 degrees. How many sides has the polygon? So the sum of the interior angles of regular polygon, so is to find the sum of the interior angles of regular polygon, you have it to be n minus 2 multiplied by 180 degrees. This formula will help us to sum any regular sum of interior angles, that is angle inside the polygon, together, where n is the number of the side the polygon has. So in this case you will be given the value of the sum of the polygon, sum of the interior angle of the polygon. So that means sum of the interior angles will be 1000 and 80 equals to the formula for finding the sum of the interior angle. So from there you can divide both sides by 180. So if you divide both sides by 180, 1080 divided by 180 will give us 6. And if you divide this one by 180, you'll be having n minus 2. So quadratic times n will be equal to 6 plus 2, n will be equal to 8. So that means the polygon has 8 sides, and that will be octagon. And if you truly want to know better or more on a polygon, which is on a plane geometry, you can check my channel where I explain on the plane geometry and that of polygon. You will understand very well how to deal with a polygon. So that means option B is the right answer for question number 2. Question number 3 is from the algebraic fraction. Algebraic fraction, we are having 7 over 2s minus 4 over 3s equals to 13 over 2 over 12. We have to find the x. So what can we do? We need to find the LCM of 2x, 3s, and 12, and that will be 12x. So we now multiply through by the LCM. So multiply through by the LCM of 2s, 3s, and 12x, and the LCM of that is 12x. So 12x will multiply this fraction, it will multiply this fraction, it will multiply this fraction. So that what we are having here. So 2x in 12x, that gives us 6. So we have 6 times 7 left, minus 3s in 12x, that gives us 4. Then 4 times 4, that what we are having here, equals to 12 can go in 12s in 12x, that gives us 12 in 12x, that gives us x. Then s times 13 will give us 13x. So from there, what can we do? We can if you simplify for that, 6 times 7 is 42, then minus 16 equals to 13x. So 42 minus 16 will give us 26 equals to 13x. We can now divide both sides by 13, and that should give us 2. So that means the value of our s is 2, which make option C the right answer for question number 3. Question number 4 is just a substitution of algebra. So substitution in algebra. So we are given this s cubed minus 2x y squared plus y cubed, given that our s is minus 2 and our y is minus 3. So we have to evaluate this. So all you need to do is to put wherever your x is, you put minus 2, whatever your y is, put minus 3. And if you substitute that into this, you'll be having a minus 2 cubed minus 2 into our s is minus 2 multiplied by our y is minus 3. So we have minus 3 squared plus minus 3 cubed. So minus 3 cubed is minus 8. That will be minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2. That gives us a minus 8. So we have minus 8. Then minus 3 squared, that gives us 9. So you're having minus 2 times minus 2 times 9. Then minus 3 cubed, that gives us a minus 27. So minus 27 times plus will give us minus 27 here. Then if you simplify further, you have minus 8. Then minus times minus will give us a plus. 2 times 2 is 4 times 9, that gives us 36. Then minus 27. Then minus 8 plus 36 minus 27, that should give us a 1. So which makes option C the right answer for question number 4. Question number 5 is from set. It's from set theory. If we have a set y having the element of 5 1 4 1 2 6 1, then we have to find the cardinality of set y. We have to find the cardinality of set y. So what does cardinality of any set means? It means that we have to find the number of elements in that particular set. So count the number of elements in this set. We discover that we have 7 elements in set y. So that means cardinality of set y, we're talking about number of elements in y, that will be 7 if you count the element here. That makes option D the right answer for question number 5. Question number 6 is also on a polygon. The angles of a pentagon are s, 2x, s plus 30, s minus 10, and s plus 40. We have to find x. So if these are angles of a pentagon, so if you sum these angles together, then it should give us the sum of angle in a pentagon. So we know that sum of interior angles of a pentagon of a polygon is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. We just used this recently, I think, under question number 3 or question number 4. So then that means we need to sum all these angles together. So that will give us s plus 2x plus x plus 30 plus x minus 10 plus x plus 40 equals to, they said the polygon is pentagon, that means it has 5 sides, so we'll be having 5 minus 2 multiplied by 180. From here we can collect like times. We have s plus 2s plus that give us 4x plus another s, 5s plus x, that give us a 6x. So then 30 plus minus 10 will give us 20 plus 40, that give us a 60 equals to 5 minus 2 is 3 times 180. So from there, if you simplify, 3 times 180 give us 540. Collect like times, you have a 6x equals to 540 minus 60. 6x equals to 480 divided both sides by 6. S will be equals to 80 degrees, which make option D the right answer for question number 6. Question number 7 is from algebraic fraction as well. We have to express s 4 over x minus y over 3 as a single fraction. So we have to express this as a single fraction. All you need to do is, so you're having a fraction minus another fraction, that means we need to find the LCM. What's the LCM? That's 3x. So the LCM is 3x, x in 3x, that will give us 3. 3 times 4 is 12, minus 3 in 3s, that will give us x. S times y will give us xy. So this is single fraction now, there's nothing we can do further. So we have 12 minus 3y, 12 minus xy over 3x, which make option E the right answer for question number 7. Question number 8 is from the word problem. A motorist drive at 100 km/h. How many minutes will it take her to travel d kilometers? So the question is from a word problem. We know that the speed is distance over time. So you are giving the speed is 100 km/h. How many minutes will it take her to travel d kilometers? So we are given the speed, we are also given the distance, so we are looking for time in minutes. So what can we do? We are given the speed, which is 100 km/h. So what you have here, if you substitute, equals to then the distance. Sorry, what am I saying in essence? Now the speed is what you're having here right now. The speed is given to us in km/h, but the question says you should leave an answer in minutes, so you need to convert this km/h to km/minute. So km/h, so 100 km/h to km/minute. So we need to change this hour to minutes. So that will give us 100 km over, then this hour to minute, that give us, we know that 60 minutes make 1 hour, so that give us 100 over 60 in km/minute. Then from there, that means our speed, now what you are having, the speed here is going to be 100 over 60, which is what you are having here, equals to the distance, which is the d. We are given the distance in kilometers, which is d, over the time. From there, if you simplify further, we can cross multiply. D will multiply 60, that gives us 60d, and time will multiply 100, that gives us 100, and multiply by the time. You can divide both sides by 100 to get the time. So the time will now be 60d over 100. 60d over 100. So of course we can reduce that to be 6 over, or we can still reduce this, but we can see that the option given to us are not reduced, so we can leave the answer like that, and that should give us the option A for question number 8. Question number 9 is from trigonometric ratio. You are given that sine A is 4 over 5, then we have to find tan. What is tan A? So since this is from trigonometric ratio, the best thing to do is to forward draw the right angle triangle and supply this information in the right angle triangle. So the angle here is A, so we make the this acute angle and put A there. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so this is the opposite of this angle A, and this is hypotenuse, so there will be 4 here and there will be 5 here. Then this so we can find the third side here, and we can call that one x using Pythagoras theorem. So using Pythagoras theorem, we are going to be having the hypotenuse square, which is 5 square, equals to 4 square plus s square. So if you simplify further, that will be 25 equals to 16 plus s square. Collect like times, you have s square will be 25 minus 16, that gives us 9. Find the square root of both sides. S will be 3, so that means this side is 3, So now you can now find tan A. Tan is opposite over adjacent. That will be 4 over this x, which is 3, so 4 over 3. That will make option E the right answer for question number 9. Question number 10 is from sets. You are given the universal set to be A, B, C, D, E, and you are given set X to be A, B, E. So the universal set has this element and the set X has this element. You have to find the S complement. You have to find X complement. So it's very simple. The complement of set X are the element in the universal set that is not in X. The element of set X, sorry, the element of the complement of set X, that the complement of set X is the element in the universal set that is not in X. So, and what do I mean by that? Remove the element you are having here from the universal set. Whatever you have left is the complement of set X. So that means the complement of set X is there. Of course, A is here, A is here, B is here, B is here, then E is here, E is here. So we are left with C and D. So the complement of set S is the element in it is C, comma D. So that makes option D the right answer for question number 10. And if you want to truly understand the set very well, there's a video I made on set theory and Venn diagram. You can check my channel to understand the set very well. Now question number 11 is from the ratio. It's from ratio and proportion. A rope 25 meters long is divided into 3 pieces in the ratio 2 to 1 to 5. The length of the shortest piece in meters is dash. So like I told you, it's from ratio. The first thing to do is to add all the ratio together. That will be 2 plus 1 plus 5. That gives us 8. Then the length of the shortest, that means the shortest will have the smallest ratio here, which is 1. So that will give us a 1. That will be the shortest piece will now be its ratio, which is 1 over total ratio multiplied by the length of the row, which is 24. So 8 in 24 will give us 3. So that means the length of the shortest rope is going to be 3 meters, which is option A for question number 11. Question number 12. What is the sum of the root of the quadratic equation? So this is a quadratic equation, and we have to find the sum of the root of this quadratic equation. So we have to find the root of the quadratic equation, then sum the root together. So although there's a shortcut in which you can do this using the sum of root in a quadratic equation for further mathematics, but because this is a general mathematics and this is SS1, so we are not going to use that method. So we are going to solve this equation using the elimination, using the factorization method. So that means that you look for two numbers you can multiply together to give us 2. Excuse me. And then when you add them together, it give us a minus 3. Those two numbers will be minus 1 and minus 1 and minus 2. So minus 1 times minus 2 give us a 2. Then minus 1 plus minus 2 will give us a minus 3. So those two numbers will now replace minus 3s here. That give us a minus x, minus 2s, then plus 2 equals 0. We can factorize. If you factorize, this s is common, so we have s into s minus 1. Factorize this, minus 2 is common, so you have minus 2 into s minus 1 equals 0. So bring this together, we have s into minus 2 into, bring one of the bracket, s minus 1 equals 0. So each of them will be equal to 0. Then our s will be 2, or s is going to be 1. So that means the two root of the quadratic equation is 2 and 1. So if you sum the m together, so you'll be having the sum of the roots will now be 2 plus 1. That will give us a 3. That will give us a 3 as the answer, which made option E the right answer for question number 12. Question number 13 is from the set. What is the cardinality of set A if A is equals to, so we are given the element of set A in a coded way. That is, they try to code the element in set A. There's a name we call this in okay, this is inequality. So you're having the set A, you're having the k elements such that the element of A is from 2 less than or equals to s less than or equals to 9, where s belongs to the integers. So of course, if you understand in inequalities, you would know that x is 2 is less than or equal to x. That means x is greater than or equal to 2. So that means the element will start from 2, then less than or equal to 9. So and it will end in 9. So if you decode this, so you'll be having the element will be 2 to 9. Don't forget that the s is 2 is less than or equal to x. That means s is greater than or equal to 2. So you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's no 10 there, 9. So x is less than or equal to 9. So that means 9 is part of it. So if you now to find the number of elements in A, which is talking about the cardinality of set A, so that means you need to count the number of elements here, and that should give us 8, and we should make option D the right answer for question number 13. Question number 14 is from the quadratic equation as well. What is the other value of x in s squared plus 10x minus 24 equals to 0, where s is 12? So what can we do? We can solve the quadratic equation, and when we solve the quadratic equation, that will give us this. We just solve something similar to this now. Look for two numbers you can multiply together to give us minus 27 and minus 24, and when you add them to give us plus 10, that should be 12 and minus 2. So 12 times minus 2 will give us a minus 24, then 12 minus 2 will give us a 10. So those two numbers here will now replace 10x here. So you'll be having s squared plus 12x minus 2s minus 24 equals 0. Factorize this, factorize. S is common here. You have x into s plus 12. Minus 2 is common. You have minus 2 into s plus 12 equals 0. So you have x minus 2. Then pick one of the brackets. S minus 2 into s plus 2 equals 0. Then find your x. Each of them will be equal to 0. So s will be equal to 2. Or s equals to minus 12. So in this case, the other values is going to be since they said that the s is here is 12, which is supposed to be minus 12 initially. So that means it's going to be our s is going to be, the other value is going to be minus 2 instead of 2. So that will make option B the right answer for question number 14. Question number 15 is from the mensuration of solid shape. Mensuration of solid shape. The height of a closed cylinder is equal to its radius. Express the total surface area of the cylinder in terms of pi and r. So the total surface area of a closed cylinder is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h, which is the curved surface area plus the area of the two closed ends. So the area of the two closed ends plus curved surface area. So if you we are told that the radius, the height of the height is equals to the radius, so r is equals to h. So if we simplify this further, we can see that okay, anywhere we see h, we can replace with what, r. So that means you're having h here. So if you put our r in place of that, so you'll be having r times r, that gives us r square. So you're having 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r square, that gives us 4 pi r square. So that should give us a 4 pi r square as the surface area of this closed cylinder, which make option D the right answer for question number 15. Question number 16 is from the word problem as well. We are told that 2 bags of sugar at s per bag are mixed with 3 bags of sugar at s per bag. What is the cost of the mixture per bag? So cost of the 2 bags of sugar is 2x, because if x naira is per bag, so we are talking about 2 bags, that will give us 2x. Then also the cost of 3 bags of sugar will be 3y, since each bag of the sugar is y naira. So then the cost of the 3 bag of sugar will now be 3 times y. Therefore now the total cost, okay, of course we have a total bag we have there is 5, because 2 bags plus 3 bags give us 5 bags. So therefore the total cost will now be the addition of this plus this divided by 5. So cost per bag rather, because the total cost will be this 2s plus 3y. If we want to know the cost of one bag, that will be divided by 5. That will give us the cost of one bag. So that will give us 2s plus 3y over 5. That will make option A the right answer for question number 16. Question number 17 is from the word statistics. We are told that the mean of 3 number is 9, the mode is 11, the lowest of the 3 number is dash. So of course the mean of 3 numbers is 9. So that means if you add those numbers, 3 numbers together divided by 3, and that should give us 9. But we are told that the mode is 11. So we are having 3 numbers in the first place, and the mode is 11. So that means 11 appear like at least 2 times there. So and that means the only one number that is left is what we don't know, which is going to be the lowest. So that means the number is going to be x plus 11 plus 11. And the reason why you're having double 11 here is that because 11 is the mode, so that means it's going to appear like 2 times. Yes. So over 3 multiply equals to 9. Collect like times from there, or cross multiply. So we have s plus 22 equals to 27. Collect like times s will be equals to 5, which is the lowest of the 3 numbers. So make option B the right answer for question number 17. Question number 18 is from the quadratic equation as well. Find the root of the quadratic equation, and the greatest of the two is so you have to find the root of the quadratic equation. S squared plus 12x minus 28 equals to 0. So look for 2 numbers you can multiply together to give us minus 28, and when you add them together it will give us a 12, and that should be 14 plus 14 and minus 2 plus 14 and minus 2. So plus 14 times minus 2 give us a minus 28, and plus 14 minus 2 give us a 12. So those 2 numbers now will now replace 12x. These are the things you have been doing so far in this video. You have done like a quadratic equation like 3 or 4 now. Then factorize this. So you'll be having x into s plus 14. Minus 2 is common. You have minus 2 into s plus 14 equals to 0. Then you have s minus 2, then s plus 14 equals to 0. That means each of them will be equals to 0. Then you can find our s to be 2, and our s is equal to be minus 14. Because I say you should find the greater of the 2 roots. So which of between 2 and minus 14, which one is greater? So 2 is greater than minus 14. So that makes option C the right answer for question number 18. Question number 20 is from the word problems. Sorry, it's from a measuration of plane shape rather. Measuration of plane shape. A rectangle is 5 times as long as its width. If the area is 180 centimeter cube square, then the length of the rectangle is dash. So we are told that the rectangle is 5 times as long as its width. So that means that the length is 5 times its width. So that's what they are trying to say there, although there's a typographical error here. So if the width is x, so that means the length will be 5x. So you can say let the width be x, that means the length will be 5x. So we are told that the area of the rectangle is 180. And how do you find the area of a rectangle? That will be length times breadth. So that should be length times breadth, area of a rectangle. So the length is s, the breadth, sorry, the length is 5x, s, the breadth is x. So if you multiply that together, that will be equal to the value of the area. So 180 will be equal to x times 5x. So we'll be having 180 equals to 5x squared, because x times x gives us s squared. Divide both sides by 5. S squared will be 36. Then take square root of both sides, s will be equal to 6. So because I have to find the length of the rectangle, and this is the value of the width, so therefore the length will be 5x, which is 5 times 6, and that will give us a 30 centimeter. That will make option D the right answer for question number 20. Question number 21 is from the substitution. So we are having 3y squared minus 5y minus 6. We are told that y is minus 2. We have to evaluate this. So whatever you see y, you put minus 2. So that will give us a 3 into minus 2 squared minus 5 into minus 2 minus 6. Minus 2 squared is 4 times 3, that will give us 12. Then minus 5 times minus 2 give us a plus 10 minus 6. So we have 12 plus 10 minus 6. That should give us a 22 minus 6, and that should give us a 16. That makes option E the right answer for question number 21. Question number 22, we have to expand this brackets. So we have to expand this. 3 will multiply 3, 3 will multiply x, minus x will multiply 3, minus s will multiply x. So you have 3 times 3, that will give us a 9. And 3 times, okay, like I said here, this bracket will multiply this second bracket. So 3 will multiply everything inside the bracket, that's what you're having here. Then minus s also will multiply everything inside the bracket, inside this bracket, and that's what you're having here. So if you expand this, 3 times 3 give us a 9, 3 times s will give us a plus 3x, minus s times 3 give us minus 3x, minus s times x will give us minus s squared. Collect like times, you have a 9. 3s minus 3 give us 0. So then minus s squared. So this is a difference of 2 squared for those that understand. So that means option E, the right answer for question number 22. Question number 23 is from the subject formula. We are given that p is equals to square root of x minus y. Then we have to express p and y. Then in terms of p and y, you have to find x. So that means we need to make s subject of the formula. So how do we do that? The first thing, you need to take care of this square root. That means we need to take the square of both sides, find the square of this, then find the square of this, because square will take care of the square root. So that will give us take square of both sides. We'll be having p square equals to the square of the square root of s minus y. So this square will take care of the square root. We'll be having p square equals to s minus y. Our aim is to find x, so take y to this side. So we'll be having x is equals to p square plus y. And that make option B the right answer for question number 23. Question number 24 is from indices. We are given that 27 over 125 raised to power 1 over 3 times 4 over 9 raised to power half. So if you understand indices very well, we know that this one raised to power 1 over 3 means cube root of 27 over 125. Then raised to power 1 over 2 means a square root of 4 over 9. So what is cube root of 27? That is 3. Cube root of 125 is 5. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 9 is 3. So that is how to simplify that. But if you don't understand that, you can express 27 as an index form, that gives us 3 raised to power 3. Express 125 as an index form, that gives us 5 raised to power 3. Express 4 as an index form, 2 raised to power 2. Express now as index for 3 raised to power 2. Then this power, they have this numerator and denominator having the same power, so that means you can bring out the power. You'll be having 3 over 5 raised to power 3, then raised to power 1 over 3 times the same thing is happening here, 2 over 3 raised to power 2 raised to power half. So 3 will multiply 1 over 3, that gives us 1. 2 will multiply 1 over 2, that gives us 1 as well. So that may be having 3 over 5 times 2 over 3. 3 will take care of 3, so we'll be having 2 over 5 left, which make option B the right answer for question number 24. Question number 25 is from the percentage. You have to express 40 centimeters as a percentage of 80 meters. You have to express 40 centimeters as a percentage of 8 meters. The first thing to do is to either convert this one to meter or convert this one to centimeter. So if you change 8 meters to centimeter, that will be 8 times 100, because 100 centimeter make 1 meters. So that will give us 800 centimeters. So we are now to convert this to a percentage now. So you'll be having 40 centimeter divided by 800 centimeter multiplied by 100. So that should give us 55%, which make option A the right answer for question number 25. Question number 26 is also from quadratic equation. We have to sum the root of this quadratic equation. So I think we have done a question like this before today. So the first thing to do, okay, we use another method here now. So we use the formula we use the sum of the root of quadratic equation. So we didn't do it using the other method that we know. The other method we used before was to solve this quadratic equation. Then whatever you now get, you now add the two roots together. But here now we want to use the sum of the root of quadratic equation. So a here is our a is 2, which is the coefficient of a square, which is this 2. Our b is minus 3, and our c is minus 27. then the sum of the root of quadratic equation is minus b over a. So our b is minus 3 and our a is 2. So if you substitute that here, you will be having it will go to be minus, our b is minus 3, you have minus 3 over our a is 2. So minus times minus will give us a plus, so that will give us a 3 over 2 as the sum of the roots. Even if you do it we're using the other method we have used, you are still going to get the same answer. So that makes option E the right answer for question number 26. Question number 27, we have to factorize this quadratic expression. We are having x squared plus 2a plus ax plus 2x. You have to factorize this. Although you are having this in 4 terms, so you can easily factorize it. So you can just rearrange this. It's not well arranged because between this and this nothing is common, but between this and this something is common. So we can collect like times. You're having a here, you're having a here. So you can having 2s here, you're having a, so you can rearrange this. So if you rearrange it, you have s squared then plus 2s plus as plus 2a. So you can now factorize x here, you can factorize a here. So if you factorize, you'll be having s into s plus 2 plus a, because a is common, so a in a will give us a x, then a in 2a will give us a 2. So you can see that the two brackets are meant to be equal. So then you have a s plus a into s plus 2. So that is the when you factorize this expression, you have this. So that'll make option let's see, please help me check out as plus a, then which is okay, that makes option C the right answer for question number 27. Question number 28, what is the additive inverse of minus 11 over 12? What is additive inverse? Which is additive means addition, that is the inverse of minus 11 over 12, but it must be addition, so that should be 12 over 11. So the additive inverse of minus 11 over 12 is 12 over 11. You have to inverse this fraction, and the inverse must be positive. So that make option D the right answer for question number 28. Question number 29 is from the simple interest. You have to find the simple interest on 600 for 3 years at 8% per annum. So we know that simple interest is PRT over 100. So where P is rate, principal, R is rate, and T is time. So the principal is 600, the time is 3 years, and the rate is 8 per annum. So if you substitute that into this formula, you have 600 times 8 times 3 over 100. So 100 will go in 600, that will be 6 times 8 times 3. That should give us 144 naira 0.00. So that make option B the right answer for question number 29. Question number 30 is from the fraction as well. Divide the sum of this and this by this. So you have to add 1 over 8 plus 1 over 9, then divide it by 17 over 12. So if you simplify that, that will be like this: 1 over 8 plus 1 over 9 divided by 17 over 12, which you can rearrange like this, you can rewrite like this. This division can be written as this. So we have 1 over 8 plus 1 over 9 divided by 12 over 12, 17 over 12 rather. So using board mass here now, because you're having addition, you're having division, which one will come first? So division will come first. So we need to change this division to times. So we'll be having so you will be having I think there's a typographical here. Typographical, you're supposed to change this one to times. So change this to times. So 17 will go up, go down, 12 will go up, before you will now think of adding, because you are supposed to apply the board mass here, not doing addition first. So but based on what you're having here, I think there's a typographical error here. So if you try the other way around, before you add, for change this to time, this one go up, this one come down, so you'll be having 12 over 17. Then you can now reduce that 3 can go in 9, 3 can go in 12, so you'll be having 4 over then 3 times 17, that'll give us a 54, I think, no, 51 I think. So then whatever you get, you can now use after you doing that, you can now, whatever you get here, you now add it to 1 over 8 by finding the LCM. So but here we got 1 over 6, so I don't think that is correct. So you can use the board map for change this to times and the cut, then whatever you do, you add it to 1 over 8, and I think you see the option in one of the options you're having here. So this is a typographical error on our own part. So question number 31 is from the fraction as well. A schoolboy spent 1 over 4 of his pocket money on a book and then 1 over 3 on dress. What is the fraction remaining? So let's assume that the money in his pocket is a whole number, which is going to be 1. So the money in his pocket is a whole, so and a fraction of 1 over 4 is removed from the money, so we have minus 1 over 4, and then 1 over 3 as well, minus 1 over 3. So if you simplify this, the LCM is 12, then 1 in 12 is 12, 12 times 1 is 12, minus 4 in 12 is 3, times 1 give us 3, minus 3 in 12 is 4 times 4. So we have if we simplify this, that will be 12 minus 7, that gives us 5 over 12, which is the leftover, and that is option B. Question number 32 is from the binary numbers, from number base. So you have been 23 base s plus 101 base s equals 130 base x. We have to find the value of x. So the best thing to do is to change each of these to base 10. They are currently in base x, so change them to base 10. And how do we change the number from a particular base to base 10? Is by doing expansion. So you tag this number 0 1 0 1 2 0 1 2, and you now expand. And if you expand, you'll be having 2 times s raised to power 1 plus 3 times s raised to power 0, then plus 1 times s raised to power 2 plus 0 times s raised to power 1 plus 1 times s raised to power 0, which is this, equals to 1 times s raised to power 2 plus 3 times this 3 times s raised to power 1 plus 0 times s raised to power 0. So we have been able to expand this now by converting it to base 10. Then we can now simplify. So 2 times s raised to power 1 is s, 2 times s will give us 2x. This one will give us 1. Then 1 times 3 is 3. Then we have 1 times s squared give us s squared there. 0 times x will give us 0. Then s raised to power 0 is 1 times 1, that gives us 1, equals to s squared plus 3x plus 0. So if you collect like times as well from there, you have 2s, then we have in s squared, then 3 plus 1 is 4, equals to s squared plus 3x. So if you collect like time as well, s squared minus s squared plus what do we do? Okay, s squared minus s squared, that means everything here is coming to this side. So we are having s squared minus s squared by collecting like times, then plus 3 minus 2x equals to this 4. So we have moved this and this to this side. We are left with 4, which is what we are having here. S squared minus s squared give us 0. 3s minus 2 give us x equals to 4. So that means the base of this equation is a base 4, which make option D the right answer for question number 32. Question number 33 is we have to express this as a standard form. So that will make you need to move this decimal point to in between 4 and 0 here. So how many times do we move it? I think we move it by 6 times. So that should give us 4.07 times 10 raised to the power minus 6, which make option option E the right answer for question number 33. Question number 34, we have to simplify this. We're having 4 into 2 raised to the power n plus 1 minus 2 raised to the power n plus 2 over 2 raised to the power n plus 1 minus n 2 raised to the power n. So what can we do? We can simplify the bracket here using the indices. So 2 raised to the power n plus 1 can be splitted using the first law, that it's going to be 2 raised to the power n times 2 raised to the power 1, because if you apply the first law here, you're going to get this one back. Then minus the same thing to this one as well, that gives us 2 raised to the power n times 2 raised to the power 2. If you apply the first law here, you're going to get this back. The same thing is applicable to the denominator here also. We have 2 raised to the power n times 2 raised to the power 1, then minus 2 raised to the power n. So what can we do? We can see that the 2 raised to power n is common here, so you can factorize that one out. Then 2 raised to power n is also common here, you can also factorize that out. So if you do that, of course, okay, what we did first was that the 2 raised to power 1 is 2. Then this 4, open the bracket, we are seeing having 2 raised to power n times 2 raised to power times 2 times 4 equals minus this, then over this. 2 raised to power 1 same thing as 2. Like I said, 2 raised to power n is common, so you can factorize 2 raised to power n out. If you factorize, so you'll be having 2 raised to power n into, you have 8 here, then minus, you have 4 left, over 2 raised to power n, we have 2 left here, then you have a 1 left, minus 1. So 2 raised to power n will cancel 2 raised to power n. You have 8 minus 4 over 1. So 8 raised to power 8 minus 4 is 4. Over 2 minus 1 is 1. So that gives us 4, which make option C the right answer for question number 34. Question number 35 is from variation. If x varies inversely as y and y varies directly as z, what is the relation between z and x? So x varies inversely as y, well, that is the first statement. Then y varies directly as z. So from this we can simplify it. If x varies as 1 over y, so that means we can also inverse this. That gives us 1 over x varies as y. So we can call that on equation 1. So from the second statement, y varies as z. So by this now, if 1 over x varies as y and y varies as z, so that means 1 over x will vary as z, because wherever this one stops, this one begins. So you'll be having a compare 1 and 2, you'll be having 1 over x varies as z. So 1 over x will vary as z. So if you inverse this as well, this one will also be inverse. So you'll be having, if you inverse 1 over x, that gives us x over 1, which is same thing as x varies as 1 over z. So this is a joint variation, and that make option B the right answer for question number 35. Question number 36 is from bearing. A bearing of 320 degrees, you have to express this as a compass bearing. This is a 3-digit bearing, you have to express as a compass. Draw the cardinal point and locate this bearing. So if you draw your cardinal point, 320 will fall at the 4th quadrant. Because from here to here is 90, 180, 270, 360. So 320 will fall here. So you draw a line. Okay, this is north, south, west, and the east. So 320 will fall here. Draw a straight line. Then the angle is going to be from the north to this line. So we have that's the bearing of 320 degrees. Then our aim is to change it to compass, which is going to be from the remaining angle that is left from here to here, which is from the north to the west. So the angle here is going to be 360 minus 320, and that should give us 40 degrees. So that will give us 40 degrees north to the west. So that 320 degrees will give us 40 degrees northwest, and that make option B the right answer for question number 36. Question number 40. A lecture ended by 8 p.m. After 8 hours, what time did this start? So if you this is the clock, and we are told that a lecture ended by 6 p.m. So that means the hand should be like this right now, 6 p.m. So after 8 hours, what time did it start? So if you count 8 hours backward, that should give us when it started. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be 10 a.m. So it should be, if you count 8 hours backward, that's going to be 4 years. So that will be 10 a.m., which is going to be option C for question number 37. Question number 38 is from the statistics. If the mean of 4, 6, 9y, 16 and 19 is 13, what is the value of y? So how do you find mean? You have to add those numbers together, divide it by number of data we have here, and they said the answer is 13. So mean is a summation of all the number divided by the number of data we have there. So we have 6 data here, so add them together, divided by 6, and then the mean is 13. So we'll be having 13 equals to, add the number or collect like times here. You have 54 plus y over 6, cross multiply. You have 54 plus y equals to 13 multiplied by 6. Then simplify further. 54 plus y equals to 78. Collect like times, y will be 78 minus 54. Y will be 24, which make option A the right answer for question number 38. Question number 39. You have to find the coefficient of x in the expansion. So we need to expand this before we find the coefficient of x. So if you expand this, s will multiply x. That will be because s will multiply everything in the bracket here, which is what you're having here. Then minus 2 also will multiply everything in the bracket. You have this. Expand the bracket, you'll be having s squared plus 9x. Then minus 2 also will open the bracket. You have minus 2x minus 18. Then from there, what do we do? 9s minus 2s will give us 7s. So we have s squared minus plus 7s minus 18. So you can also to find the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x here is 7, which make option A the right answer for question number 39. Question number 40 is from the Pythagoras theorem, and we are told that the length in centimeter of a side of a right angle triangle are x plus 2 and s plus 1, where s is greater than 0. Find the in centimeter the length of its hypotenuse. So if you draw the triangle, right angle triangle, and we are told that the length of the hypotenuse, okay, sorry, these three are the sides of the right angle triangle, but we know that the hypotenuse is always longer than the remaining two sides. So between s plus 2 and s plus 1, which one is going to be the hypotenuse? So if that means we need to look at the one that is longer. If our s is 2, that means we are having 2 here, it will be having 4, it will be having 3. So that means this one is going to be the hypotenuse. So we'll be having s plus 2 here. So you can put this and this one anywhere, whether you want to put it here or here. So that does not change anything. So our s plus 1 is here, then s is here. So the only thing you need to get right is where the hypotenuse is going to be. Then to find our x, then we need to use Pythagoras theorem here. So that should use we have s plus 2 squared equals to s squared plus s plus 1 squared. And we understand what this one implies. So we need to open the bracket in 2 places and this one in 2 places as well. So we have this and this. So expand this bracket, like we have been expanding bracket so far. You'll be having this plus s squared. Expand this bracket as well, you have this. Then you can now take the like times. You have s squared, 2s plus 2s will give us 4s plus 4. Then s squared plus s squared give us 2s squared plus 2s plus 1. And then we can take collect like times. So if you collect like times, 2s squared minus s squared, that give us a s squared. Then 2x minus 4x, that give us minus 2x. Then 1 minus 4 will give us minus 3 equals to 0. So you can now solve this quadratic equation now to find our x. So two numbers can multiply together to give us minus 3, and when you add them together to give us minus 2, and that should give us that will be minus 3 plus 1. So those numbers will now replace minus 2s here. So you have minus 3s plus x. Factorize this. Then from there you'll be having x into s minus 3 plus 1 into s minus 3 equals to 0. Because s is common here, factorize 8 here, you have this. Plus 1 is common, and factorize plus 1, you have this as well, equals to 0. So you'll be having s plus 1 into s minus 3 equals to 0. So your s plus 1 equals 0, s minus 3 equals 0. So find your s from there. S will be minus 1, or s is going to be 3. So the question says you find the length of this hypotenuse. So we need to find the length of the hypotenuse when our s is greater than 0. So s is less than 0 here because this is minus 1. So we are going to neglect this one. But s is greater than 0 here, so we're going to be using 3. So for the hypotenuse, because s is greater than 0, so the hypotenuse was s plus 2. That will be 3 plus 2, and that should give us a 5, which make option B the right answer for question number 40. Question number 41. A candidate scored 32 marks out of 80. Find his percentage score. So that should be 32 over 80 multiplied by 100, and that should give us 40%, which make option C the right answer. Question number 42. You are given this bracket multiply this bracket equals to this. What is the value of m? So what you do is that open this bracket and compare both sides. So if I open this bracket, you'll be having 2x times x, that will give us 2x squared. 2x times 5, that gives us a 10x, minus 1 times x minus x, minus 1 times 5 minus 5 equals to this. Color times here, you have a 2x squared, and 10x minus x will give us 9x minus 5 equals to this. So compare both sides. So what can we do? What can we see here? We can see that 2x squared will take care of 2x squared, because if you move this one to this side, you'll be having 2x squared minus 2x squared, that give us 0. So you are left with a 9x. Then move this one here, it should be 9x plus mx equals to minus 5. Then bring this one here plus 5. So minus 5 plus 5 will give us a 0. So we'll be having 9x plus mx equals to 0. Factorize x. Here you'll be having or take you can factorize x, or you take 9ms to this side. So that gives us a 9x equals to minus mx. S will take care of x at both sides. So you'll be having a minus m equals to 9. Then multiply both sides by minus m will be equals to minus 9. And that make option C the right answer for question number 42. Question number 43 is from the binary number. We have to add these two numbers in binaries. So if you arrange them accordingly in 100 tens unit and so on, this is the first one, base 2, second one in base 2 as well. So you have to add. So 1 plus 1 will give us 2. Then divide it by 2, divide it by the base, that will be 1, which remainder 0. Sorry, what am I saying in essence? 1 plus 1 is 2. Then 1 plus 1 is 2. I think the arrangement is wrong. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2. Then we can write 2 down. So what we do is that we now because we are in base 2, we can write the 2 down. So you divide this the number by this base, that give us 2 divided by 2 give us 1, remainder 0. So then we are supposed to write 0 down here. This is 0, not 1, because we are adding. So 0. Then that 1 we now move to this 1 here now. So we have 1 plus 1 plus 1, that give us a 3. So you cannot write 3 also. So 2 in 3, that give us 1, remainder 1. So you now you write that remainder. So we are keeping 1. So 1 plus 0 plus 1, that give us 2. So 2 in 2 is 0, give us 1, remainder 0. So you write 0. So keep that 1. You print that 1 here. 1 plus 1 plus 0, that give us 2. 2 in 2 give us 1, remainder 0. You write 0 again. Bring the 1 here. 1 plus 1 plus 1 give us 3. 2 in 3 give us 1, remainder 1. So please correct this one. This one is 0, not 1. So this is 0, not 1. So that is that. So or let me check is the arrangement correct? I think it's correct. So this is 0, but I mean there's a typographical error in the options or the question. So but we understand what you have done there as well. So apart from what you're having here, this is the error where we are having here. It's supposed to be 0. Question number 44. When I divide a 48 by a sum of 5 and a certain number, the result is 3. What is the number? This is a word problem. So let the number be x. So you have 48 divided by 5 plus x equals to 3. Cross multiply. 3 will multiply this equals to 48. Open the bracket. You have 15 plus 3 equals to 48. Collect times 3s equals to 48 minus 15. 3s equals to 33. Divide both sides by 3. S is 11. Option A. Question number 45. Ada can travel 45 kilometers in 3 hours using bicycle. How many kilometers can he travel in 10 hours? So this is a proportion and ratio as well. 3 hours will give us a 45 kilometer. So that means 1 hour will be 45 over 3, that gives us 15 kilometer. So if 15 kilometer give us, if 1 hour give us 15 kilometer, then 10 hours will be 10 times 15, that gives us 150 kilometers, which is option B for question number 45. Question number 47, we have to change this one to decimal, which is convert to base 10. So I think we have done something like that today. So you tag this number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you now expand. So we have a 1 times 2 raised to the power 7 plus 0 times 2 raised to the power 6 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 5 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 4 times 1 times 2 raised to the power 3 times 0 times 2 raised to the power 2 times 1 times 2 raised to the power 1 times 1 times 2 raised to the power 0. Then if you simplify further, 2 raised to the power 7 will give us 128. 0 times this will give us a 0. 2 raised to the power 5 is 32. 2 raised to the power 4 is 16. Then 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. 0 times 2 raised to the power 4, that gives us 0. 2 raised to the power 1 is 2 times 1, that gives us 2. 2 raised to the power 0 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. If you add this together, that gives us 187 in base 10. And that is option A for question number 47. Question number 48. A dealer bought a 1000 article for 6,000 and sold them for 9 naira each. Find the profits percentage. So of course we need to know the total cost of the article is 6,000. Then the selling price is a 9 for each, then multiplied by the number of articles, which is 1000. That should give us a 9,000. Then from there the profit is going to be 9,000 minus 6,000. That should give us a 3,000. Then to percentage profit, that will be 3,000 divided by the cost, which is 6,000, multiplied by 100, and that should give us a 50%, which is option D for question number 48. Question number 49, find that's from the plane measuration of plane shape. Find the area of the trapezium which has the height of 20 and its parallel side are 7 and 8 centimeter long. So area of trapezium is half multiplied by the height multiplied by the addition of the two parallel sides. So the height is 20 multiplied by the addition of the two parallel sides, which is 7 plus 8. If you simplify 2 and go in 20, that will be 10. Then please, there's a typo here, please. This is 10, and this is 7 plus 8, that gives us 15. Then 15 times 10 give us 150, please. There's a typographical error here, not it's not 560 centimeters square, it's 150 centimeters square, which is option B, not option D. Question is this is addition, not multiplication, so there's a typographical error in 56 here. So it will be 7 plus 5, 7 plus 8, which is 15, times 10, that gives us 150. So the last question for objective question, which of these angles is complementary to 70 degrees? Two angles are complementary when they add up to 90 degrees. So angle 20 is complementary to angle 70. So that should give us 20 degrees, which is option A. So we have been able to solve all the 50 objective questions for this SS1 General Mathematics for second term 2024. Now we are about to start the theory part of the question now. But before we get it started, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscribe button right now so as to help us improve on our channel, and comment in this video, and like and share this video with the student. For the question number 1A for the theory, you have to simplify, you have to find P, given that 5P raised to the power minus 3 equals to 8 times 5 raised to the power minus 2. So this is not raised to the power minus 5, this is typographical error, it is raised to the power minus 3. So what can we do? The first thing, we can divide both sides by 5 because we are looking for our P. If you divide both sides by 5, you'll be having P raised to the power minus 3 equals to 5 times 5 raised to the power minus 2 over 5. So we can rewrite this left hand side or right hand side as divided by 5 like this, which you can apply the law of indices to this one. You have p raised to power minus 2 equals to 8 times. Apply the law of indices here, so this is division, that will change to subtraction of the powers since they have the same base, which is 5. So you have 5 raised to power minus 2 minus 1. Simplify that, will give us p raised to power minus 3 equals to 8 times 5 raised to power minus 3. Then from there, if you simplify that further, what can we do? Our aim is to get rid of this power to get so that you can find our p, so that we can find the cube root of both sides, or multiply the power by 1 over 3. So if you multiply by power by 1 over 3, we same thing as a cube root of both sides. So this raised to power 1 over 3 means cube root. So whatever you do to this, you do it to the right hand side as well. So what can we do? What can we see here? If you multiply this one by 1 over 3, then the open bracket for the right hand side here multiply by 3. But you can see that this is 8, which can be changed to index form, which is 2 raised to power 3 as well. So what can we do? 3 we cancel 3 here, so we are left with p raised to power minus 1. Then this power of 1 over 3 will multiply each of the terms here. It will multiply this, it will multiply this as well, and that's what you are having here. So 3 will go in 3 here, you are left with 2 raised to power 1. Then 3 will go in here, you are left with 5 raised to power minus 1 as well. So you will have p raised to power minus 1 equals to 2 times 5 raised to power minus 1. So from there, if you simplify this, this is inverse of 5 raised to power 1. So that will give us p raised to power minus 1 equals to 2 times 1 over 5. That will be also the p raised to power minus 1 means inverse of p, which is 1 over p equals to 2 over 5. Then if I should find the inverse of both sides, that will be me p equals to 5 over 2, which is the answer for p for question number 1a. Question number 1b is from Venn diagram, which is on set, and there's a video I made on Venn diagram which can help you understand Venn diagram very well. Check my YouTube channel where I explain Venn diagram. You are given that you have to use the Venn diagram to illustrate the information below. You are given the universal set having the element from 1 to 10, set P having the element of 2, 4, 5 and 7, set Q having the element of 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, and set R having the element of 1, 2, 4, 6, 9. You have to represent this information on a Venn diagram. What do you do first? For draw your rectangle, your rectangular box that's representing the universal set. So if I draw my rectangular box, I have this. Then what do? I need to draw 3 circles to represent the three sets here, P and P, Q and R. So of course the universal set is labeled this symbol. Now I need to draw 3 circles to represent set P, Q and R. And why are they overlapping themselves? Because there are intersection between 3 of them. Between P, Q and R, there's an element they have in common, which is 2. Then between P and Q, there's an element they have in common. Between Q and R, there's an element you have in common. Between R, P and each of them, they have things in common. That's why you can see that all the circles are overlapping. So let this first circle represent P, the second circle represent Q, third circle represent R. Now this point here, this where I'm highlighting on this point, is the intersection between the 3 of them, and that will be element that the 3 set has in common. So 2 is here, 2 is here, 2 is here. So that's the only thing they have in common. So that means I will put 2 here, and that is the intersection between the three sets. Then from there, let's find the intersection between P and Q, which is this point here. The intersection between P and Q only. The intersection between P and Q only. So P and Q. So what they have in together, so they have 5. There's 5 here, there's 5 here. So you cannot write 2 again because they already have 2 to be common to 3 of them. So you have to remove 2. So what P and Q have in common is 5. So you put 5 here. So 5 will be here. Now let's look for what P and R have in common. P and R. This one, set P and set R, what do they have in common? 4 is here, 4 is here. I think that's all they have in common. So they have 4 in common. So P intersection R is 4. Then let's look at what Q and R have in common, which is here, which is the intersection between Q and R. So Q and R, there is 1, then there is 6. So here you'll be having 1,6. So we have done that. So the only thing we need to get now is the element in set P only. Element in set P only. So you have already taken 2, already taken 4, already taken 5. So the only thing that is left is 7. So that means there is 7 here. 7 will be at this point, which is representing the element in set P only. Then we need to get element in set Q only. You have taken 1, you have taken 2, you have taken 5, you have taken 6. The only thing that is left is 8. So there will be 8 in set Q only. Then let's find element in set R only. So in set R we have taken 1, which is this. We have taken 6, which is this. I'm talking about, look at the circle of R. So that's what I'm trying to do. I've done that for this, I've done for Q, I've done for P. Look at the circle for R, which represent all the elements in R. So we have taken 1, there is 2, there is 6, and there is 4. So the only thing that is left is 9. So there will be 9 here. So now we are not done. There are some we have done with set P, Q, and R, but we are not done with the universal set. All these elements here are inside the universal set. But if you look at the element in universal set, we have 1 to 10. So there are some elements in universal set here that are not yet in this P, Q, and R. So that means those elements will be inside this box but outside the circles. So you can see that there is no 3 here, but there is 3 in the universal set. So that means there should be 3 inside the box but outside the circle. And there is also 10 here, but there is no 10 in this P, Q, and R. So that means there should be 10 also in the box. So now this is the Venn diagram that represents this information. Question number 1C. You are told that the side of a rectangle shown below are given in centimeter. You are given a rectangle. The side here is 4x plus 3. This is x plus 6y. 4x plus minus y. 3x plus 1. We have to find the value of x and y. We have to calculate the area of the rectangle. We also have to calculate the perimeter of the figure of the rectangle. Then how do we do that? Since they said this is a rectangle, you know that one of the properties of a rectangle is that the opposite sides are equal. So that means this side is equal to this side. What does that mean? So we'll be having okay, this side also is equal to this side. So we'll be having 3x plus 1 to be equal to 4x minus y. So from there we can collect like terms. So we have 3x minus we have a 4x minus 3x minus y equals to 1. Simplify for that, will give us x minus y equals to 1. You can call that one equation 1. Then from the other one, this is also equals to this. So we'll be having 4x plus 3 equals to x plus 6y. Collect like terms as well. We'll be having 4x minus x minus y equals to minus 3. So we'll be having 4x minus x will give us 3x minus 6y equals to minus 3. So 3 is common to everything here. You can divide through by 3. So you divide this by 3, you have x. Divide this by 3, you have minus 2y. Divide this by 3, you have minus 1. So we can call that one equation 2. So we can solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously to find our x and y. So you can see that the x is already equal in the two equations. So we can just eliminate x by either subtracting equation 1 and equation 2. So subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So x minus f give us 0, minus 2y minus y, minus 2y minus y. That will give us a minus 2y plus y, and that should give us a minus y. So you have minus y. So you are having minus 1 minus 1. That gives us minus 2. So from there you have minus y equals to minus 2. Multiply both sides by minus y will be equal to 2. Then we can now substitute this into equation 1 or equation 2 to find our x. So put y equals to 2 into equation 1. So that should give us x minus y equals to 1. So we have x minus 2 equals to 1. X will be equals to 1 plus 2. That gives us 3. So therefore our x is 3 and our y is 2. So that's solved Roman figure 1. So from there because you should find the area of rectangle, so we need the length and the breadth of the rectangle. So we need to get the length. The length is either 4x plus 3 or x plus 6y. So all you need to do is to substitute the value of your x here. 4x plus 3, so our s is 3, so you have 4x times 3, you have 4 times 3 rather, plus 3. So if you simplify that, what would that give us? That should give us a 12 plus 3, and that will give us 15. So 15 centimeter for the length. Then the breadth as well is either you use this or you use this. So we'll be having the breadth will be 3s plus 1. Our s is 3, so we have 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1, that gives us 10. So the length is 15, the breadth is 10. So we can find the area of the rectangle now, which is the length times breadth. That will give us a 15 times 10, and that will give us 150 centimeters squared. Then the perimeter of the rectangle is calculated by the 2 into length plus breadth. So that will give us a 2 into 15 plus 10, 2 into 25, 2, and that will give us 50 centimeter for the perimeter. Now question number 2 is from the 2a, from the subject formula. We have to make Q the subject formula when you are having L is equal to 4 over 3m square root of PQ. We have to make Q subject formula. So what can we do first? We can multiply through by 3 to clear this denominator for us. So if you multiply through by 3, that will give us a 3L in equals to, if you multiply this one by 3 as well, 3 will cancel 3, we have 4m, then square root of PQ. Then from there we can divide both sides by 4m. So divide both sides by 4m, so you'll be having 3L over 4m equals to square root of PQ. Then how do we get rid of this square root? You find the square of both sides, take the square of both sides, so that will give us a 3L over 4m squared equals to, if you take the square of this, that will give us a PQ. Then from there, to find our Q, divide both sides by P. You having Q equal to 3L squared over 4m, 3L over 4m squared over P, which can be simplified. This division can be written as this. Then 3L squared, that gives us a 9L squared. Then 4m squared give us 16m squared. Then from there you can change this division to times, so that should give us a 9L squared over 16m squared times 1 over P, and P will multiply this, so that should give us a 9L squared over 16pm squared. So that's how to make Q solve the formula in this case. Then question number 2b is from trigonometric ratio. Given that sine of an angle is 8 over 17, there's a typographical error here. Sine of an angle is 8 over 17. You have to evaluate sine Q now. Sine Q is equal to 8 over 17. You have to find cos Q plus sine Q over cos Q minus sine Q. So you draw your triangle and you supply this information in your triangle. So there's a right angle triangle and there's an angle theta. So there's an angle theta instead of Q. So sine is opposite of hypotenuse, so you'll be having 8 here and hypotenuse will be 17. You can find the third side using labeling it x using Pythagoras theorem. You'll be having 17 squared equals to a squared plus s squared. That will be 289 minus 60 equals to 64 plus s squared. Collect like times s squared will be 289 minus 64, and that should give us s squared equals to 225. Then s will be square root of 225, which is 15. Now that we know this side, we can now find the cos theta plus sin theta. So therefore cos theta plus cos theta will give us a adjacent over hypotenuse, that will be 15 over 17, plus sin theta, that will be 8 over 17 over cos theta, which is 15 over 17 minus 8 over 17. If you find the LCM here, that will be 17, and then that should be simplified to be 15 plus 8, that will give us a 23 over 17. So then over 15 minus 8 here, also that will give us a 7 over 17. So that will give us a 23 over 17 divided by 7 over 17, change to times. That will give us 23 over 17 times 17 over 7. 17 will take care of 17. We have 23 over 7. So for question number 3a, you have to this is from quadratic equation. You have to solve this quadratic equation using some using the completing the square method. You have to solve the quadratic equation using completing the square method. So completing the square method is one of the method of solving quadratic equation. So we are having 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 equals to 0. You have to use completing the square method. The first thing to do is to make sure that your the coefficient of s squared is 1. Make sure that the coefficient of s squared is 1. So you divide both sides by, you will divide through by 2. And if you divide through by 2, you'll be having s squared minus 5 over 2s plus 2 divided by 2 give us 1 equals to 0 divided by 2 give us 0. Then take this constant to this side. That will give us a s squared minus 5 over 2s equals to minus 1. Then you can now complete the square. Now you can complete the square of this quadratic expression here. You can complete the square. And how do we complete the square? You will have and square the coefficient of x and add it to both sides. You will the coefficient of x here is minus 5 over 2. You will half it. That will give us minus 5 over 4. Then you now square it. That will give us a minus 5 over 4 all squared. You now add it to both sides. So add, comma, half and square the coefficient of s to both sides. So if you do that, you're having s squared minus 5 over x, 5 over 2x. Then plus, you have performed this now. The coefficient of s is minus 5 over 2, which is this. Then half it times 1 over 2, then squared it. So whatever you do to the left hand side, you do it to the right hand side as well. So this and this is what you have done, and you have completed the square. So if you simplify this further, that will give us, if you simplify, that will give us a minus 5 over 4, then squared. Same thing here as well. Then from there, we can make the left hand side a perfect square. So make this left hand side a perfect square, and that should be x. Then what you got when you have the coefficient of x, we got that that will give us a minus 5 over 4. So that will give us x minus 5 over 4 all square when you make this left hand side a perfect square. So you get x minus 5 over 4 all squared equals to minus 1 plus 5 minus 5 squared give us 25. Then 4 squared give us 16. So you have minus 1 plus 25 over 16. Then here you can find the LCM here. You have s minus 5 over 4 squared equals to LCM is 16. 1 is 16 is 16. 16 times minus 1 give us a minus 16. Then plus 16 is 16 is 1. 1 times 25 give us 25. Simplify further. Minus 16 plus 25 give us 9 over 16. Then we need to get rid of this square by finding square root of both sides. So that gives us s minus 5 over 4 equals to plus or minus square root of 9 over 16. Then from there, the square root of 9 over 16 is 3 over 4. So that will give us a 3 over plus or minus 3 over 4. Then you take this minus 5 over 4 to this side. That will give us a s is equals to 5 over 4 plus or minus 3 over 4. And this means two statements. So this one give us x equals to 5 over 4 plus 3 over 4, which is this, or s is equals to 5 minus 3 over 4 over 4. So s over 4 minus 3 over 4. So if you find the LCM, you'll be having 5 plus 3 over 4 or 5 minus 3 over 4. And that should give us 5 plus 3 is 8 over 4. That gives us 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 over 4 gives us 1 over 2. So s is 2 or s is 1 over 2. Question number 3b is from the plane mensuration. In this case, trapezium. PQRS is a trapezium in which side PQ is parallel to SR. PQ is 16 centimeter and side QR is 12 centimeter, which is this side. RS is 8 centimeter. So we have to and the angle PQR is 30 degrees. Calculate area of PQES. Now, if you draw the diagram very well, so you have inside XR, P, and a Q, and if you include the label, you have 8 centimeter, 16 centimeter, and this is 12 centimeter. We are told that there's angle PQR, angle PQR. That means there's an angle here. which is 30 degrees. So angle 30 degrees is here. So we have to calculate the area of the PQ RS, not ES. So that means we are looking for the area of this trapezium. So to find the area of trapezium, we need the height of the trapezium, and this trapezium does not have a height presently, so we can include the height here. So if you put the height here, this straight line it will represent the height. Now we are having a right angle triangle in this now, so you can call this the height. We now having a right angle triangle now, so we can now use this right angle triangle to find the height of the trapezium, knowing that we have this side of the triangle and we have an angle 30 degrees. So we can use the opposite over hypotenuse, which is trigonometric ratio, to find h. So that means you have a sine 30 going to be h over 12 if you cross multiply it. So 12 will multiply sine 30, that should give us 12 times half, because sine 30 is a half, so that gives us 6 centimeters. That means the height of the trapezium is 6. Then to find the area of the trapezium, that will be half multiplied by the height, then multiplied by the addition of the two parallel sides. So we have 1 over 2 times the height is 6 into bracket 8 plus 16. So that should give us 2 and 6 will give us 3. 8 plus 16 will give us 24. Then 3 times 24 will give us 72 centimeters square as the area of the trapezium. Then question number 4 is an logarithm. You have to evaluate without using table this, and you're having the cube root of 164.3 times 12.5 squared over 1.46 squared. Then draw your table. A table here, a straight line here, another straight line, then another straight line at the top, horizontal line. So you have your number, you have your log. So you start with the numerator here because it's a fraction. So we have 164.3. So if you write that, if I find the characteristics of this number, characteristic of this number is 2. So you write 2, then point. In your logarithm table, we now check 16 under 4 difference 3. So that should give us a 2.2156. Then for this one as well, you're having 12.5 squared. For find the logarithm of 12.5, whatever you now get, you now multiply by 2. So to do that, you have okay, I brought this to this side, this answer to this side, because we are going to use it here. So the next one is 12.5. So you find the logarithm of 12.5. The characteristic of 12.5 is 1. So you have 1 point. Then 12, check your logarithm table, check 12 under 5. So that will give us 1.0969. Then because it's having raised to power 2, you now multiply by 2. And if you do that, if you multiply 1.0969 by 2, that should give us a 2.1938. So between this number and this number, we're having times. So that means we are going to add the answer, which is the answer of this one, which is this. You're going to add it to the answer of this one, which is this one. So we are going to add this plus this together. So that we can bring this one outside here as well, so that you can add it. So bring this one here so that you can add it with this one. So you have plus, then you now add. So if you add this together, you'll be having 4.4094. So this one is representing everything at the numerator. Then let's go back to the denominator here. You're having 1.46 squared. So you find the logarithm of 1.46, then you now multiply it by 2 as well. So if you do that, 1.46, the characteristic of the 1.46 is 0. Then you now check 14 under 6 in your logarithm table. So that will give us a 0.1644. Then you now multiply by 2. That should give us 0.3287. So this is the value for the denominator. But between numerator and denominator, there's a division sign here. So that means we need to subtract the answer of this one from the denominator. So this is the answer for numerator, this is the answer for denominator. So you bring it out here as well. Bring it out here, you now subtract. If you subtract, you remove this one from this one. So you'll be having if you subtract this from this, you'll be having 4.0807. So you're having the cube root of everything you're having here, so you need to divide the answer of everything here by 3. So you're having the answer here divided by 3, and if you divide this by 3 with your calculator, you will have 1.3602. So you now find the antilog of this number now. So if you find the antilog of 1.302, that should give us a 22.92. So question number 4b, you have to find the quadratic equation whose roots are p and q. So we are having the root of quadratic equation to be p and q. You have to find the quadratic equation. So the first thing to do is to let us know the variable of the quadratic equation or of the quadratic. So let x be the variable of the equation or of the quadratic. Now it's not an equation, sorry, it's an equation rather. So let s be the variable of the equation. So that may be having x to be equal to this, the first root, and s will also be equal to the second root. So we'll be having s equals to p or s equals to q. Then take it to this side and take q to this side as well. You'll be having s minus p equals to 0, s minus q equals to 0. So each of them are equal to 0. That means their product also will be equal to 0. So we'll be having s minus p multiplied by s minus q equals to 0. We can now expand this bracket. S times s will give us s squared. S times minus p will give us minus q. S times minus q will give us minus qx. Minus p times l give us minus px. Minus p times minus q will give us a plus pq equals 0. Then the only thing we can do now is to factorize x here. If you factorize x here, you'll be having s squared minus open bracket p plus q into x plus pq equals to 0. So this is the quadratic equation of the quadratic equation whose root is p and q. Question number 5 is from the number base. We are given that 231 base n minus 143 base n equals to 44 base n. We have to find the number of the base. We have to find the number base n. So we have to find the value of n. I think we have done a question like this under one of the objective questions that we solved today. So the best thing is to change this to base 10 by tagging this number 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, and you will now expand. So that should give us a 2 times n raised to power 2 plus 3 times n raised to power 1 plus 1 times n raised to power 0, then minus open bracket. There's a reason why we are opening bracket here, because this minus will affect everything in the bracket. If you don't do this, you will get it wrong. But even this is plus, so there's no need for us to put it in bracket, but because it is minus, it will affect everything. So you have minus open bracket 1 times n raised to power 2 plus 4 times n raised to power 1 plus 3 times n raised to power 0 equals to 4 times n raised to power 1 plus 4 times n raised to power 0. You can now simplify further. That gives us a 2n squared plus 3n plus 1 then 1 times n squared will give us n squared. That gives us minus n squared minus 4n, then minus 3 equals to 4n plus 4. Then from there, if you collect like terms, you're having 2n squared minus n squared, that gives us n squared, and 3n minus 4n, that gives us minus n, then 1 minus 3 gives us minus 2 equals to 4n plus 4. Then collect like terms, take everything here, you're having n squared, 4n comes here, become minus 4n, so you're having minus n minus 4n, that gives us minus 5n. Then 4 comes here, minus 2 minus 4 minus 2 minus 4 gives us minus 6 equals to 0. So this is the quadratic equation to be solved now. So you can solve this using the factorization method. Two numbers you can multiply together to give us minus 6, and when you add them together, it will give us minus 5, and then that should be plus 6, minus 6 plus 1, minus 6 plus 1. So that will now replace this 5n here, so this minus 5 rather. So that will give us a n squared minus 6n plus n minus 6 equals 0. Factorize this, n is common to this, you have 6 into n minus 6, plus 1 is common, we have plus 1 into n minus 6 equals 0. Bring this together, we have n plus 1, pick one of the bracket, we have n minus 6 equals to 0. each of them are equal to 0. So this is equal to 0, or this is also equal to 0. From there you can find your n. N will be equal to, take 1 to this side, you have minus 1. N is equal to, take 6 to this side, minus 6 to this side, it becomes 6. So our n is either minus 1 or 6, but the base can never be negative, so that means the base has to be positive. So therefore n will be going to be 6. So that's for question number 5a. Question number 5b, you are told that the sum of the square of the first n integers is given by the summation of n. Summation of n equals to n into n plus 1 or multiplied by 2n plus 1 over 6. So we are now to evaluate sum of 25, where means our n is 25. If you do that, whatever you see n, put 25 there. You have 25 into 25 plus 1 into 2 times 25 plus 1 over 6. If you simplify that further, you'll be having 25 multiplied by 26 multiplied by 2 times 25 is 50 plus 1, that is 51 over 6. Then from there, if you multiply this out, we have 33,150 divided by 6, and then that gives us a 5,525. So that's the all the solution to all the theory for this SS1 general mathematics for second term examination for students in Lagos State public secondary school. And I want to believe that you have you understood the solution to the questions. Wherever we make a mistake in the typographical error, we have highlighted them, which you already know and you have seen, which you need to make adjustments yourself. Please, before we go, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscribe button on the channel right now, so that you will help us improve this channel, and you will also be notified whenever we post information on this platform. Please share this video with the student out there, comment in the comment section of this video, and I will see you in the next video, which is the further mathematics for SS1, SS2, and God bless you.